Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pedro, and you are now tuned into the Alpha Success Network. And on this auspicious day, we are going to explore a very, very important subject that revolves around social anxiety and social confidence. I am talking about the social anxiety that you experience when you are in the presence of other people. Maybe you are in a group of people, or maybe you are getting ready to speak in public, or you want to meet somebody that you do not know. So, this is the social anxiety that I'd like us to explore. And I want you to understand a very, very, very important distinction right here, my dear friends. And it goes something like this: the lower your social, no, sorry, the higher your social anxiety is around meeting other people, around interacting with other people, the higher your social anxiety is, the lower your social confidence will be in social situations. On the flip side, the lower your social anxiety is around other people, the higher your social confidence will be around other people. And this is a very, very important distinction, because the higher your social confidence is, the easier it is for you to reach out into the world and make new connections and make new networks and create new abundant relationships. They could be social relationships, they could be love relationships, they could be business relationships. And from here, it is very, very easy to reach the conclusion that your level of success in life is directly related to your level of social confidence. So let us delve into this subject. And I want to begin our exploration here today by trying to understand the origin of social anxiety that you may be experiencing in your life. I want you to think about a time when you were getting up to speak in public, and for some reason you noticed that you had an immense amount of fear in your mind, which paralyzed your whole body, and you were therefore unable to express yourself with power, poise, and passion. Have you experienced this type of anxiety while getting up to speak in public? I want you to think about another situation whereby you've seen somebody who you were attracted to, and you wanted to go and have a conversation with them, but you experienced such a high level of social anxiety that you did not reach out and talk to that individual. Social anxiety is a terrible, terrible, terrible disease which we must eliminate from our fabric if we intend to achieve a high level of success. So where does this social anxiety come from? And this is the conclusion that I've reached. Social anxiety comes about when you are invested more in other people's opinion of you than you are invested in your own opinion of yourself. That is, you place other people's opinion of you higher than your own opinion of yourself. Your self-image is determined by what other people think about you. That is a powerful piece of information I'm giving you right there. I want you to think about that. Because the key to really reducing social anxiety and increasing your amount of social confidence, the key to really making this transformation comes from reversing that equation that I just shared with you. That is, your opinion of yourself must be higher than other people's opinion of you. You must be more invested in your opinion of yourself than in other people's opinion of you. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. So the question you may have at this point is that, Pedro, how do I develop a higher opinion of myself than the world's opinion of me? And there are different ways to go about raising your self-image, raising your self-worth, raising your perception of yourself. And we'll explore a couple of them here, and then I'm going to redirect you to another video that I'm going to create that's really going to go deeply into this subject, because we can't do that in the short time that we have here together. But one thing that I want you to begin to do right now in order to reduce your level of social anxiety is going to be a Band-Aid solution. So Band-Aid solution is very, very important that you implement this Band-Aid solution before we go into deeper solutions. Band-Aid is just going to cover the top. I want you to go out into the world and begin to engage in higher and higher and higher levels of social interactions, whether it is speaking in public or whether it is meeting new people. I call this a Band-Aid solution because it doesn't really, at this point, address the underlying issues that are causing you to have a higher level of social anxiety. This recommendation is extremely important because I want you to begin to start getting some positive results in the game of life. And the more social interactions you have with people, the more you speak to people, the more you meet new people, you are going to desensitize yourself from the fear of social interactions. The more you do it, the more you are going to desensitize yourself from that fear. Same thing as speaking in public. Same thing as getting up and expressing your opinion. You are desensitizing yourself to the fear. And as you're doing more and more and more of this, what happens is you're beginning to create more and more relationships, whether they're business, social, or love relationships. And I'm encouraging you to take this act because I don't want you to wait until you are perfect before you start achieving success in the world. I want you to start achieving success in the world right away as you are. So start taking action to start meeting people. Okay? But now, here is how we begin to reduce social anxiety. Now we're going to go underneath the surface and begin discovering what is happening down there, and how can we transform to be more empowered individuals. When you're going out to meet new people and engage in social interactions, I want you to become the watcher. I want you to become the observer and begin to observe the thoughts that are going on through your mind while you are in social situations, right? And like I said, I'm going to create another video in which you can really find out how we capture all of these thoughts and use them to grow to be more empowered beings. The reason I want you to become the watcher is because I want you to begin to understand the narrative that is playing out in your mind. So I'll give you a good example. So if I'm talking to a girl that I'm very, very attracted to, and I have some limiting thoughts that are coming up like, oh, maybe she's too good for me, she's too successful for me, she's too beautiful for me. You know, I'm saying here, but if I experience those thoughts in my head, and I have experienced those thoughts in my own head, that's why I can speak so confidently on this subject. When I experience those thoughts, I kind of remember them, and when I come home or when I go about my day, I start thinking about the thoughts that I was thinking. And I start asking myself, hey, Pedro, how did you reach this conclusion that because somebody is way more wealthier than you, you are inferior to them. You understand what I'm saying? You're becoming more conscious. You're becoming more aware of the story that's playing itself in your mind. The reason this is a very important step in developing a higher perception of yourself is because once you see the stories that are playing themselves in your mind, then you can begin to transform them from negative to positive. But you cannot make the transformation until you are very, very clear about the story, the narrative that's going on in your head of, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, or whatever it is that's holding you back. So that is the beginning of transformation. And then there's a third step and a fourth step and other steps that we're going to explain in another video, but just to give you a pointer on the direction that you want to go. Once you understand the thoughts that are playing themselves in your mind, the negative thoughts that are playing themselves in your mind, then you can begin to develop a personal development program that is specifically designed for you to change those thoughts. Personal development. And the next step, there's more steps, but the next step is you want to begin to do things to your mind, to your body, to your spirit, to your emotions, to make sure that you're always feeling great. You're always feeling good. You're always radiating positive vibrations, because when you're feeling great, when you're feeling good, you feel more confident. And when you go out into the world, you are able to interact socially with other people without a high level of social anxiety. So what we have touched on here is becoming aware of the story that's playing itself in your mind, creating a personal development program that helps transform the negative narrative that may be playing itself in your mind, that is the narrative that is causing you to have a higher level of social anxiety, and looking for ways to begin to generate feel-good emotions in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. So, if this short introductory video that in this conversation that we've had here, if it's something that really, really excites you, I want to point you out to another YouTube channel that I run. It's a personal development channel, and I'm going to be creating a longer video than the 15 minutes that we have here, where I'm going to delve deeply into the origin of social anxiety, how to increase your social confidence. In that video, I'm going to share with you my own personal experience of how I actually discovered that I got so many negative thoughts and beliefs, and how I captured those negative thoughts and beliefs and was able to actually watch them, study them, and transform them within a short period of time. So the past couple of weeks, I've been engaged in a social experiment of meeting a lot of people, reducing my social anxiety, increasing my social confidence, and in that video, I'm going to share that information. So what I want you to do is just Google on YouTube, Velvet Mastermind Club, and look for a video on social anxiety, social confidence. Is probably going to be the video that's going up right. It's going to be a very, very new video. Just Google Velvet Mastermind Club and look for a video on how to enhance your social confidence or how to enhance your social anxiety. And in that YouTube channel, I'm going to go through in depth how you can actually transform your life so that you can become a more empowered individual. And if you're watching this, you're watching it on my personal YouTube channel, I definitely recommend that you subscribe to this personal YouTube channel, because here I share with you my own personal experiences. And in the Velvet Mastermind Club, it's a personal development club that I'm developing with more people in the world. Have yourself nothing but an amazing day wherever you are. I am wishing you well.